Alright, we are now starting the Reaper Chronicles. And like I said, he went and saved the ladies and the people from the one town. So he moved on, because the Reaper doesn't like to stay in the one place at all times. So he moved on, and there was a war-torn village. It was a farming village. It was desolate, and it had problems, but it was right up the Reaper's alley. There was a war that went on. They burned the village. They burned the village out and stuff. And anyways, when the village got burned and everything, they decided to try to rebuild, so the Reaper decided to help them. So the Reaper did try to help them, and he did try to help build the houses. And he was good about it. He helped everyone. He helped everybody do everything, and he started getting the town together. So he ended up literally just getting a whole new different scene. There was a lot of stuff that he went ahead and fixed up and everything. And he went ahead and fixed up all those things. And everything was good for a long while. It was great until some of the village children started disappearing one by one. And he couldn't figure out why. So anyways, there was talk about evil spider. But, myths like this and this kind of war-torn and different existence were sometimes exaggerated. So he took his swords and he would go and try to investigate. And he did. And he did find in this one village a web with dead children in it. And he couldn't believe it. So he decided to, go further investigating, and he did see a really big, nasty spider that would be big enough to kill a human. But he wasn't afraid of dying, but he didn't want to be the next victim, because if he was a victim, he couldn't save anyone. So he went ahead and went back and reported it to everyone. And a whole entire bunch of people came up with a plan to go. They stalked the spider for many days. And eventually they came up with they all went in the forest. And out of the whole village, the Reaper ended up, they all attacked the spider. Whatever children they could save, they did save. And a lot of people ended up dying, but the Reaper never had to murder anybody. He was just trying to get that spider. There was a couple soldiers that died in the process, and the Reaper did some mercy killings. But they did end up killing the spider. And when they ended up killing the spider, it was pretty much over. It was sad. They buried the children. And the Reaper stayed long enough to try to rebuild this town and get things back to where they needed to be. And then he just decided it was time to move on once again. And that's another one of the Reaper adventures.